Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Facebook family and friends. And good evening to my YouTube subscribers. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. This is Money Management Matters, the podcast. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Let me start coming in this evening. As you come in, go ahead and hit me with a hey girl. Hey Tara girl. Hey Tara babe. Thanks for jumping on. Hey Nicole, chiming in from the YouTube channel. Listen, if y'all have not subscribed to my brand new YouTube channel at Money Management Matters, y'all go on over there and subscribe real quick, honey. Hit that notification bell so y'all know when I am going live. Become a follower over there. Happy Tuesday, Nicole, chiming in. Listen, let me just go ahead and let y'all know up front, I am having some difficulties. The Wi-Fi is a little wacky this evening. I don't know if it's due to the weather because we are here in Georgia and it has been a rainy day in Georgia, honey. So be the weather. I don't know, but we're going to push through and we're going to hope. Okay, I know it's freezing up a little bit, but y'all let me know if I'm freezing up too bad or can't hear me. Y'all go ahead and let me know if y'all can hear me. Code say I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm going to go on over here on the book, honey, make sure I am live and in effect. And as y'all come in as well, go ahead and share the video, honey. Video family and your friends. Let them know that Lisa Stringer Daily is on the books again for other Money Managers, the podcast. And y'all know what happens on my podcast. Yeah, I can hear me. Look like I'm loud and clear. I'm loud and clear on the book. So over on YouTube, Nicole, let me know if I'm live on YouTube, honey. So yeah, y'all share the video out. Y'all know when I do my podcast, I'm doing a guest. So again, this evening I have a very special guest who's going to come on live with me, and we're going to do some little chatting and get some information from her perspective on bookkeeping and money management. Listen, I can hear you on YouTube. Yay! Girl, okay. So at least y'all can hear me. Y'all I might freeze up though. See, I'm trying to share this over to my business right quick while we are waiting. But y'all let me know how your Tuesday been. How y'all today? Is it raining? How's the weather where y'all are? I think Tara, you're in Georgia, but how's the weather up in your part of Georgia, girl? Let me know. Listen. Yesterday was Monday. If you all follow me, y'all know normally I like to do a Monday money motivation. Let me just tell you, girls. So we sprung forward an hour over the week. It was spring forward, and so we lost an hour, or did we gain an hour? I don't know, whichever one it was. I lost. I feel like I lost 2 hours because I was so exhausted on Monday. I was so exhausted that I could not to do my normal Monday. So what I said, well, I know I got my podcast broadcast coming on today. So I said, well, I just kind of roll that in together and give y'all a money motivation real quick tonight as well, because I was too tired to do it last night. So the motivation is, look, one time, I mean, you have to make a change. It be a change. It could be like, we all know time change twice in the fall and in the spring. And that's usually time up seasons where changing our wardrobe. We might be making changes to our hair. Y'all like my new hairdo? Yeah, this is my birthday hair, honey. I'm still rocking it. But yeah, it's a time for change. So when the seasons change, when the time change, we should make that ritual to change as well. Find something in your life, or especially in your finances, that you can change. Make small changes. Maybe the change could be for the spring. I'm gonna open up a savings account. I'm gonna, start a savings account. I'm gonna increase my savings, or I'm gonna look into right about now is a good too for stock, investing in stock. So your change could be in a stock class. I'm gonna learn more about stock because right now the market is down. All the financial experts are saying this is the time to get in. This is the time to get in. So if you do have some money set aside that you're looking to do something with, the stock market is a great time, because if you follow any other industry at all, you may have heard that the Amazon stock, every time you get a split, that means the price of the stock is less now. So it's a good time to actually get in there. If you could, I think the Amazon stock might have been dollars or something, and now it's only 150. So go figure. That's like a steal deal, a clearance deal. Our shoppers like me, I'm a shopper, so I always shop on the clearance rack. Okay, ain't nothing wrong, honey. I always wait to the last minute to do anything or to purchase anything, because I know go on discount because they got to clear it out. Okay, so that's just one of my money tips. So that's your money motivation, honey, in your finances. Okay. So without further ado, I don't want to keep y'all all evening, and I want to keep my guest waiting because she is in the green room, Bobby, back there eating up all the snacks, waiting to get in here, honey, so she can spill the beans on her business. She is a small business owner. Let me go ahead and give y'all a little introduction of Miss Gloria King. She is the owner of, let me see, what's the name of her business? Let me get my notes up. King's Touch. King's Touch Solutions. And she's it's in a financial extension of her family's business, which is King's Touch Family Solutions Business. Ooh, then I'm gonna let her tell y'all a little things, because I think she do bookkeeping, honey. She's what we call multiple streams of income business owner, which I'll be telling y'all about all the time. So let me see. So Gloria has 3 children. She is a college graduate, and she spent the last 5 years supporting her and in a non-judgmental style. I like that, non-judgmental style, because we all know we mess up in our money, honey. Go ahead and admit it. I admit it. You mess up, but that's okay. But if anybody that's not going to judge you for mishaps or mistakes, going to go with, right? So she has a non-judgmental style of significantly freeing her clients from the weight of their debt. Okay, so that's really good. She and her husband has been married for 30 years. And of course, they got 3 children, and they got 2 beautiful children. So I am going to bring onto the stage with me Miss Gloria King. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for that beautiful introduction. And yes, I was eating up the snacks in the back. Awesome snacks.
Girl, well, look, you can have them snacks, because look, I'm on a 40-day fast. I don't need the snacks. So I appreciate you for that.
Well, thanks for having me.
For taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on live on my broadcast and speak to my audience about bookkeeping and money management for small businesses. So I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself and tell us more about your business.
Okay. As you stated, I am the owner of King's Touch Solutions. And I've been doing accounting maybe like 20 plus years now. So I have a lot of experience, came from the corporate world of accounting and stepped out in 2019 to actually do it on my own, to service small business clients and help them with their bookkeeping needs. So I am an accountant that can do other things, but my primary focus is on the bookkeeping because I have a passion for seeing small business owners be able to thrive in their business and to be able to increase that bottom line through keeping track and recording those financial transactions that we tend to lose track of or don't keep record of, and then at the end of the year we're in trouble with at tax time. So that's pretty much all about me and my business. And it's a lot more to share, but I'm going to let you go ahead and ask the questions and ask away. Did I lose you?
Okay, well, welcome, honey. Now I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You disappeared for a
I
moment,
tell
but I
you,
see
these
you now.
technical difficulties, honey, we just
I
don't know
know.
how. Okay, perfect. We're gonna plug on through, and hopefully we can get through the next minutes. We ain't gonna be on here long. So I know you said you like to work with clients and make sure that they're ready for tax time. So right about
Exactly.
now it's March, and we are
Mhm.
in the thick of the tax, correct?
Right.
So give me about two, maybe three things that you said that a lot of small businesses may forget that they can use on their taxes or that they can deduct from their taxes.
The number one thing that comes to mind is mileage. If you are a business owner or a business that you do a
Mm.
lot of traveling, that's the number one thing I see with business owners. They forget about tracking their mileage. That is a huge deduction. Is keeping track of that mileage and being able to deduct it at tax time. Also, it's you also can take advantage of those repairs, those major repairs that you have on vehicles. Now, you could do one or the other. You can't take both of them, but you can do one or the other. But that is another deduction that I see business owners, they don't keep track of those repairs that they have on those vehicles. So we tend to forget about that part of the business. So for those that do a lot of traveling, that is one deduction that they can take advantage of. Now, another thing I see, we may forget about the home, um, that home, the office as deduction, the home office that we tend to forget about that. And many of us are working from home. So that is something that we really want to make sure that we're keeping up with those expenses. If you work primarily from home, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of all the expenses that you incur while doing that. So those are some of the major ones that I see as business owners may tend to forget when it come down to tax time.
Hmm. So how do you suggest that a business owner keep track of these expenses like throughout the year? Should they like it down, keep receipts, and like you're saying, the home office?
Right.
I mean,
Okay. That's
is there any particular type of measurements or percentage of the home write off for?
okay. Good question. Now the mileage, they is plenty of apps that you can use that you can install on your phone. QuickBooks actually you have one, and one that I use is called Evernote. That is one that you can use, and it helps you keep track of those that particular, I mean, of mileage. And back in the day, you used to have a log where you write it down every time you got in your vehicle. Had to write down, how many miles you traveled
Mhm.
in between, going maybe to a client back and forth But now the apps take care of all of that. It makes our life a lot easier. So you can install one, an app that will keep track. Evernote is one of them. QuickBooks, I believe, now have one. And as far as the home office, it's good to keep track of, even those the bills that you pay, that you pay, because it's a percentage that you can take. The percentage is based on the space that you use in your home. If you have one room that you allocate, you use as an office, you take the measurements of that space, that one room, and then is all of the deduction is based upon that percentage. So, and even with your utilities that you use, that all of that is a percentage of the space that you and that's allocated for business use. And if it's a space, just say it's not in one room, but you have a space in a particular room, you take the measurement of that space within that room, and everything is based off that percentage of the deduction that you can take. And many softwares do it now
Wow.
for you. So it's not like
Mm-hmm.
you have to know the math and try to figure it out yourself. So it's really not complicated. You just need the measurements and then the expenses that you use while doing business.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's good information to know. So let me know in particular the services that you provide. Do you help your clients keep up with these records after year, or do you only help them like they bring you all their stuff and you do something like just the tax part of it?
Okay, well, I prefer normally that's where the bookkeeping come in. Where you don't have to have all of these receipts and at the end of the year you're taking your tax preparer a bunch of receipts. I don't know if you remember, they used to say shoebox, keep them all in the shoebox,
Right.
and you take the tax preparer the shoebox, and then
Uh-huh. Yep.
at the end of the year. But
Yeah.
with the bookkeeping service, uh, you actually that's where I come in. I keep track of all of that for you for the whole year.
Mhm.
That way at tax time, you really, it's nothing else you have to do. I present you a clean, I present you a tax return with all the figures that I've kept up with all year long. All you do is pretty much, it's with this, like I say, software. It makes it easy. Whereas you connect your accounts to a software like QuickBooks, because I mainly work in QuickBooks, and that's really it. Now, what you're
Okay.
doing is keeping track of like certain receipts that, in case you're audited, that the IRS may want to see. But now with QuickBooks, you can upload that right into QuickBooks. And everything now you can scan it in, because we know with paper receipts, eventually they fade, the ink fades, but now everything we know is automated,
Mm-hmm.
where you can upload. You have the apps on your phone now where you
Mm-hmm.
just take a picture. So, but the benefits of
Oh yeah.
using my service or someone else that does bookkeeping is that you don't have to do anything. We take that load off of you. So you don't have to think about it. All you're doing is running your business, the marketing part or sales. You may
Mm-hmm.
have somebody to do that, but you're just running your business, the day-to-day operations, and we're taking care of the financial side of it. So, and of course, one benefit that another benefit of using my service is that every month I sit down with you and go over the numbers. So it's not like you leaving it with me and you don't know what's going on in your business. It's like I'm you once I take the data and record the data, then I sit down with you and actually go over what these numbers mean, helping you to make better
Mm-hmm.
financial decisions. Okay, I didn't quite reach the mark this month. I wanted to increase sales by say 25%. So I'm able to look at the numbers and kind of say, okay, well, maybe we can do this. And I try to encourage my clients to always beat the previous month sales. Always try to beat the previous month sales. And that right there, it just helps motivate you, keep you going when you can see the numbers and say, wow, I did not know I brought in this much, this month, or wow, I thought I brought in more than this. And so it really makes a difference when you can see those numbers on paper.
Exactly. So would you have to have access to their say their business bank account in order to run their numbers, or is it automatically something where you can automatically attach it or link it to the QuickBooks system?
Yes, my clients are able to actually it's just like when with many, I'm trying to give an example of I know some apps where, I don't know if you're familiar with some of the budgeting apps where you just connect your bank to it and it just pull in all the data. That's the way QuickBooks works. You just connect your bank and all you have to do is connect it one time, and then it pulls in all of that data. So everything that's coming in and going out of your bank.
And then you as the bookkeeper, right. So you as the bookkeeper would have access to that information.
Yes, I don't have
real time.
Right. But I don't have access to your bank account, but I have access to the data coming from the bank.
Okay.
And that's just one part of it.
Because I feel like a lot of people are kind of hesitant. I was just saying, a lot of people are kind of hesitant to hire a bookkeeper because of privacy, because they don't know how secure the information is. So what is your suggestion as far as making your clients feel comfortable that their information is secure and private with your company?
Because with QuickBooks, they put many measures in place to make sure that information is secure. Because remember, I don't have access to your bank account itself. All I'm doing is looking at the data that is coming through there. The business bank account, not your personal, but your business bank account, just the data. So I don't have any authorizations to change any. I cannot go into your bank. That's the thing. I can't go over into your bank account. And I'll give you an example. I had one client that they had the 2-factor authorization on their account, so nothing could come in through QuickBooks because of that, because of the safeguards that are put in place. And every so often QuickBooks require the business owners to update their security information and all, but so they can make sure that no one, that everything is secure as far as your banking information. So only you can do that. I can't touch it. So whenever they send a message on QuickBooks to say update your security information, then that's something the client has to do. I don't have access to it, but all of my clients have access to the QuickBooks as well. So they're able to go in anytime and see their information. Anything that I'm doing with the books, they're able to see it. So it's not like I have sole access to, their information as far as what's coming through QuickBooks. So anytime it's an open book.
Right.
But yeah, QuickBooks is real big on security.
Oh,
And
that's good. That's
Been
good. That's good to
around
know.
for
Now, listen,
QuickBooks
everybody.
been around forever.
Oh, that's good. And what it easy. So just say, for instance, you had a client who came to you for help, but they might not have budget for an accountant or for a bookkeeper now. What suggestions would you give them if they wanted to do, like, just do it on their own for a little while, and maybe do it on one of those apps that you talked about? Is there app or a website that you know to be a good one that you could suggest?
Um, well, I like QuickBooks because I've used it for so many years. They also have an app called Zero. And I'm not that familiar with Zero, but that is one of the accounting softwares that you can use. It's Xero. And then, like with QuickBooks, they have different packages. So you can, choose which one that would best fit in your budget. Also, they have plenty of accounting
Mm-hmm.
software. Like I think Quicken is one of them. But those are some of the three that come to
Mm-hmm.
mind. But like I said, QuickBooks is one that I'm most
Mm-hmm.
familiar with, that I really work out of, and I would suggest, highly suggest. But another one that is compatible to QuickBooks is Zero. Those two right there are at the top of the list. I would suggest that someone can they should check that out. Those two.
Okay. Okay, very good. So tell me, Gloria, and everybody that's listening out here in the comments, if y'all have any questions for Gloria, y'all are welcome to drop your questions down in the comments, and we'll see if we have some time to ask Miss Gloria your burning question. So, my next question is, Gloria, what industries do you most work with, if you have one, or do you work with all industries?
My niche right now is with e-commerce clients or customers. I really have enjoyed working with them. It's a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving parts, and for those that may not know
Mm-hmm.
what the e-commerce is. They're businesses that actually, like, they sell merchandise, and they have like they sell merchandise on like Amazon, Shopify, it may be Etsy, those different places, but it's more like retail online, so online retailers. So that right there is where I'm moving more toward. But I have some in the cleaning industry, also, of course, with the network marketing, because that's something that I
Mm-hmm.
do on the side. It's the paparazzi. So I actually do my own books
Oh.
for that side of the business. So actually, anybody that have a network marketing business, I'm able to take that on. And many of them use Shopify and Amazon. So some I would count that as like e-commerce as well. And I have actually some brick and mortar retail owners, business owners that I do their books for. So pretty much my niche is, I do enjoy working with the e-commerce clients. Oh, and I do have someone that is have a painting business, which is my husband. And so I'm familiar with that as well. So, but yes. Now, when it comes down to some
Oh,
other
okay.
businesses, yeah, like construction, it's a lot of industries out there. I have a group of accountants, bookkeepers, CPAs that we normally, you never, like, if you come to me and you are in an industry that I may not actually cater to. We have plenty of people that I'm actually like, hey, I know someone that would take care of you. So you're never lost or come to me and have nowhere to go or anybody to help.
Oh, that's good to know, because I was going to ask you, did you work by yourself or do you have a team?
I have a team. I look, we don't get far, look
Okay.
like these days without a team. You have to have a team to.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. So, what would be your suggestion if someone came to you, or I guess just what would be your advice for a small business owner? At what level should they really start thinking about hiring a bookkeeper? And I'm thinking maybe what dollar level
Hmm.
or level in
That
their business, or how long they've been in business. Like if they only been in business for 1 year, do they really need a bookkeeper?
you really need a bookkeeper from the day um the first day of business. You really need a bookkeeper. And I say that because they can help you. Like I've worked with many startups, and we do more than just keep track of financial records and all, but we help with even ideas of growth, helping you to grow, helping you to expand. And one thing I tell people that come to me and say, I can't really afford a bookkeeper, but then I ask them, have you kept track of your your finances? Do you know what's coming in? Do you know what's going out? And the answer is no. Well, how do you know? How do you know whether you can afford a
Right.
bookkeeper? Because I would tell you, I've had clients where they would
Mhm.
only come to me to do their tax return. And when I give them the figure of how much they made for the year, they're like flabbergasted. They can't believe they brought in so much, money.
Mhm.
But then guess what? When I
Mhm.
get to the bottom line of the expenses that went out, many times they have spent way more, or sometimes they end up having a good profit margin, whereas they really could have afforded a bookkeeper. So I honestly think when you first go
Mhm.
into or you're thinking about starting a business, you should budget that in.
Mhm.
You should budget it in to have an expert
Mhm.
to keep track of your financial
Mhm.
records. We all need that's where I think sometimes we mess up. We try to do things on our own and we're not an expert in it. I can't paint a house because I
Mhm.
don't know how to paint. I'm not an expert. And then on the other side, you may
That's it.
know and understand how to manage that side, but what about the time? Okay, so you may
Yeah.
not have the time or you don't need to be focused on that. You need to be focused more so on the other side of the business of growth and growing the business and doing other things.
Mhm.
So that would be my.
Absolutely, girl. Whole word right there.
Mhm.
You need an expert. Okay, that's the reason why
Exactly.
a lot of businesses fail too. Is because,
Right.
like you said, they don't budget in for an expert to help them with their finances,
Right.
and um, they need to spend more time in growing their business, just like you said.
Right.
So if they're spending time at the table, trying to add and subtract and figure out what they got and
Exactly.
figure out what's coming in and figure out what's going out, that could
Mhm.
take, a good 2 hours of your time. And that's two
Right.
hours you could have been running your business, networking, growing
Right.
business, getting clients, and all that type of deal. So you are so right about that.
Right.
Let me see what else I got here for you. So you mentioned earlier that with your bookkeeping services, you meet with your clients once a month.
Yes, I do.
And
On a
now,
monthly.
since we're in the virtual world, do you meet or have you went back to in face-to-face meetings?
I do have a couple clients that prefer the face-to-face, but most of them are Zoom, or some may even want to do a phone call, but
Mm-hmm.
most of them are Zoom, and we go over their financial reports because I
Mm-hmm.
actually produce
Mm-hmm.
financial reports for them to look at, and we go over the numbers that way together.
Do that every month.
Yes, that's for all of my monthly clients. I do have quarterly
Oh,
clients.
okay.
Yes, I do have a package for quarterly clients where we
Okay.
do it quarterly. But if you're one of my monthly clients,
Mm-hmm.
if you have the monthly package, we do it monthly, and it's for an hour. So I give you,
Okay.
it's enough time to go through the numbers. You can ask me any questions. Ideas. We do it all.
Mm-hmm. 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 And then at the end of the year, you're able to give your clients everything they need for their tax
Exactly.
preparation.
Exactly. I give you
Exactly.
reports
And
that you can keep
another
for your
advantage,
tax.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and another advantage, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, of having a bookkeeper and keeping good financial records when it comes time for growth in your business, and you may need capital or a bank
Right,
loan or even
right.
a credit card to help in your business, it's going to be 10 times, 100% times more likely you will get that loan if you have good financial records.
Exactly. Good financial records. And another thing I want to say with that some business owners may not know, also when you
Mm-hmm.
are trying to get a business loan, you make sure you have a business account, because that if you're doing things out of your personal
Mm-hmm.
account, um, that right there, most times you're not able. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say most, but don't know of anyone that's able to really, get any kind of access to capital, loans and all, if they are doing things out of their personal. So you want to make sure you have a business account as well.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And while you're on that subject, bank account, look, you ain't gonna be getting no bank account unless your business is set up like a business. Okay. You
Right.
got to have a LLC or incorporation or a DBA and a tax ID number. Okay. And be registered with the state.
Mhm.
Correct.
If you
So when you're
they
running a
the
small
banks ask
business, you
that.
got to be all the way together. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. You have given us some good information, Gloria. I really appreciate these tips. Tara said, let me throw her comment up on the screen. Is anybody got any questions? Anybody in the audience got any questions? She said, you definitely need an expert. So I be trying my peoples, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good with money. Number one thing is to admit it, okay? Everybody ain't good with money.
No.
And if you're trying to see your business grow, you're trying to see your finances grow, you have got to get an expert to help you in that area. Okay.
Right. Right.
And then another said was you need a team. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you are a business owner, okay, your team needs to be a bookkeeper, okay, or an accountant, same thing, but whichever one you want to call them, but make sure you get one. And Gloria is here in Georgia, so she can definitely help you in that area. If you don't have a bookkeeper on your team, you don't have an accountant on your team, you ain't got nobody showing you how to get your income into a accounting software. You can generate some financial statements and reports that you supposed to, that you really need as a business, then you need to be getting with Gloria. So Gloria, girl, tell us how they can get in touch with you, honey.
Well, they can you can go to my website, and it's King's Touch Solutions, and I have a calendar on there where you can sign up for a consultation. I do free consultations, and you can go there and get on my calendar. And also, or even if you call me or text me, I think it's 404. Look up my number, my work number. I was about to give my personal number, but
You
actually,
said text you. Hold on.
no, I was gonna. Let me my work number. I was about to give out my personal number. I was looking up my work number, but it's King's Touch Solutions, and
Okay.
the work number is 404-436-2252. But all of that is on my website. So if you go to my website, you can go there and get all the information that you need and sign up. You can get on my calendar that way. And it's real easy. So as soon as you go on there, you can see it pops up where you can schedule a consultation. And that is completely free.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
And I'll
Okay.
see.
How long is your free consultations again?
It is 30 minutes. 30 minutes for the consultation. And
30 minutes.
yep, 30 minutes for the consultation is for me to see if I'm able to help you in any way, see if we're a right fit for each other. And like I said, when you come to me, look, I don't like to just leave you out there by yourself. If I can't help you, I have a team of people that I can refer you out, and we can make sure we get you some help, because I'm a small business owner and I want to see other business owners thrive. So
Absolutely. Look, I love that you give a personal touch to your clients. I love that monthly meeting with them, because we really need to know where we are financially, at least on a monthly basis. When we talking about finances, and I deal mainly with personal finance, honey, I have my clients checking their personal accounts every week, okay, for
mhm.
themselves. But if they can't check it every week, then when they hire me, I definitely check them monthly. Monthly is a good routine, to a good increment, that you need to know where your money is going, how much money you got in the bank, what all your expenses are, and have a bookkeeper, y'all, that keep you top of mind too, of how much money you're spending. You could be spending too much money, like Chloe, and you could be having. She can help you cut back on some of that expense, so that and if you don't have a business savings account, businesses should have savings accounts too. Okay. Because just for instance, what we just went through on the pandemic, okay, we need to have
Mhm.
something set aside, something on the back burner for emergency situations, for situations when business is slow, when the clients ain't calling. Maybe you get, a flat tire, drive your car a lot, but now you ain't got savings that you can reach, a place you can reach into for so it's always good to have a bookkeeper, a financial advisor, somebody that can help you and show you where you're losing money. Okay. So if y'all do not have a bookkeeper in your business, y'all get in touch with Miss Gloria. This young lady is smart, intelligent, and she is an expert in her field. You need her on your team. So, Gloria, any last words for the audience before we let you?
Well, just reach out if you need any help. I am I I'm virtual, so I can service any client anywhere because it's all remotely. So if you need any help, just reach out to me, and I'll be glad to assist you in any way that I can.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Miss Appreciate your time. I know you're busy this time of the year. You are multiple entrepreneur. Got all this income, so I know you busy taking care of your money as well as taking care of your clients' money. So you a busy girl, okay? But I appreciate the time. And as we get ready to end the Management Matters, the podcast, thank you all so much for being here live. I appreciate all my live watchers as well. Thank you, Tara, for jumping in as usual. Thank you, Nicole, for chiming in from the YouTube channel. And any replay watchers, if you catching this on the replay, honey, go ahead and hit me with that hashtag replay. Let me know you came through so I can properly go back in and thank you so much for dropping in. And if y'all have any questions for me or for Sinclaria, go ahead and drop them in the comments, honey, and I'll try to answer those questions. But better yet, if y'all need a bookkeeper, okay, y'all get with Sequoia. She's at kingstouchsolutions.com. Let me put her website back up on here one more time as I'm doing my announcements. So, announcements for Triple M Money Management Matters is about my 7th episode of the podcast. And I am super excited because I have next month, April 15th, I do have another financial expert coming on board on schedule. So y'all look out for the flyer so you'll know who it is. Remember, it's always going to be about the 15th of the month, somewhere in the middle of the month. We'll do this podcast again, and I have a guest on giving you some more financial information. Let's see what else is going on. Listen, if y'all have not heard, I have wrote another book. Yep, I'm a two-time author. So my next book coming out is The Relationship Survival Kit. So if you haven't done so already, please grab you a copy of that book. The link is going to be in my bio on my page. I've been advertising on my page. Y'all go through there and grab your copy because that book is going to be so phenomenal. It is 5 women giving their testimonies about relationship challenges, relationship triumphs, relationship survival. Okay? Because listen, these relationships ain't easy, and we need a guide or some expert opinions or somebody that's already been through the fire and they've came out on the other side. And these ladies are going to tell you how they did it. So grab that book, honey, and we're going to celebrate a book launch as well. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia in May. So y'all look out for the date on that. 22nd is the book launch date. So all my pre-orders, you'll have your books already, but we'll have books at the book launch that you can purchase. So if you want to be a part of the book launch as well, look for the link. We are going to be doing a book launch in combination with my publisher, Deborah Franklin Publishing is my publisher, and she's going to be having a gala. The gala is part of her other organization, Church Girl CEO, because we are church girls. If y'all don't know, I do use the Lord as a lot of my foundational principles for finances. And so I'm a church girl and I'm a CEO, I'm a business owner. So Church Girl CEO is about bridging the gap between ministry and business because it works together. Okay. So we're going to be celebrating that during the gala and also fundraiser. So it's a lot going on that night. Having a high time income. You can celebrate with me on lunch. You can learn more about Church Girl CEO. You can learn more about Deborah Franklin Publishing and all the information that she'll be giving us about her publishing company, as well as she has a nonprofit where we are going over to Kenya, Africa, and giving and serving kind of like a missionary trip. So it's a lot going on. It's exciting. It's exciting. So I'm so excited about it. I'm excited about this new book. I'm excited about what God is doing. And I'm just thankful that I am able to share this with you all. Okay. So let's see. I think that was all I wanted to tell you guys. It's a lot going on right now, but I will be back on live next Monday as normal on my Money Motivation. And you never know, I might for a quick live any other time of the day. So thank you all once again. This is going to conclude the podcast. You all have a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you all soon. All right. God bless.